I'm gonna say this once. This is a private estate. People like you don't just pull up here unannounced.
Jerome held up the package, said nothing. Because he'd learned a long time ago, some men aren't looking for a reason. They already made up their mind. He left the package at the gate and drove away. But every morning after that, before his shift started, Jerome came back. Not to the front gate, to the far side of the hedge, where the iron fence had a gap just wide enough. He'd spotted her 3 weeks ago, an old dog, gray-muzzled, pressing her face against the iron like she was waiting for someone who never came. He'd left half his lunch that first day. By week 2, he had a full routine: food, fresh water, a slow check of her back leg. Then he'd stand up, dust his knees, and leave. No photos, no posts, just a man and a dog nobody else seemed to notice. He had no idea she belonged to anyone. Craig pulled the footage on a Tuesday. He didn't ask Jerome a single question. He called the delivery company directly and told them their driver had been repeatedly entering restricted property with unknown intent. Then he called the police. That afternoon, 2 officers were waiting at the front gate when Jerome arrived for a scheduled delivery. Craig stood behind them, arms folded, watching Jerome get questioned on the sidewalk. By evening, Jerome was fired. No investigation, no appeal. Just a termination letter left at the depot. Jerome sat in his truck for a long time that night. Nothing to say, nowhere to go. Inside the estate, a housekeeper named Diane had been quietly reviewing back garden footage for weeks. She recognized the dog immediately. Pepper, Eleanor Hargrove's dog. The one Craig's team had written off as lost after the storm. The 181-year-old Eleanor had been grieving in her room for over a month. Diane went straight upstairs. Eleanor reviewed 5 weeks of footage in one sitting. She watched Jerome arrive every single morning, quiet, steady, gentle. She also found another clip. Craig, standing at his monitor, watching Pepper alive on screen, then switching it off, walking away. She called her son Arthur. The next morning, Jerome's phone rang at 7. Arthur Hargrove's voice was calm and direct.
My mother wants to meet the man who kept her dog alive. The gate will be open at 9.
Jerome drove up alone. The iron gate swung open before he even slowed down. Eleanor stood on the front steps, Pepper beside her, tail moving slow and steady. Craig's keycard had been deactivated at midnight. Arthur offered Jerome a full-time role at Hargrove Group. Jerome never asked for a thing. That was always the point. Comment Pepper if Jerome deserved every bit of that.